Despite government's increased anti-trafficking law enforcement efforts, child trafficking is still on an increase, with about 50 girls and women reportedly trafficked every day, according to a report from Interpol. Ugandan children are trafficked within the country, as well as to Oman, Saudi Arabia, among others, for forced labor and commercial sexual exploitation. It is against this background that a non-government organization, Make a Child Smile, in partnership with Engage Now Africa, have taken on the mantle to help the victims through providing capital that will help them create jobs to sustain themselves.
So we have come up to help them, to be an example for other girls who have come back actually, and what they are thinking of is going back to Middle East. Yes, we know that in Uganda we don't have jobs. Employment is really down, but that does not mean that we just have to go. We just have to allow our girls to go to the Middle East.
Deputy Director Interpol, Oyo Nyeko, applauds organizations like Engage Now Africa for the efforts and therefore calls upon other Ugandans to borrow a leaf.
Make a Child Smile has done a lot of things for them, has educated them, has counseled them, and has also given them a startup capital. We have just given out this startup capital, and as you saw, quite a number of them were really happy. And as I've also gathered, the organization also has been working with Engage Now Africa. So I want really to thank all of them, these organizations, for working with us all. As Interpol, we don't work in isolation. What Make a Child Smile or Engage Africa is doing is part and parcel of what we are doing to make sure that the victims of trafficking, which in other words I call it also slavery. These are people who are really promoting slavery around the world. It is not good.
He says they are putting in place measures to curb child trafficking.
Ensi z'abawalabu yensi gyessandiwagidde muntu yenna kugendamu, because ensi z'abawalabu tezitwala muddugavu nga muntu, kitwale nga ge mazima, tezitwala muddugavu nga muntu. Omuddugavu bamutwalira nga kisolo, musobola okunjulira mu abaaliyo. Waliwo abamu besijja kumenya mannya, twamugyewo nga tutya n'omutuukirira nga enfaanana gy'afaananamu butuufu oyinza okugamba yafa, naye twebaza Mukama nti alina obulamu olwaleero. Omuntu yenna atuuka okukola omuntu ekintu ekifaanana bwekyo kitegeeza nti takutwala nga muntu wabula oli nsolo gy'ali. Era
we are going to work with the relevant stakeholders and make sure that we eradicate that kind of thing so that our people don't continue to suffer.
To eradicate the growing child trafficking, Nyeko calls upon the youth to make consultations before leaving the country so that they can follow the right procedure.
And we would like you to be an example to others. You should not, keep quiet on the experiences that you have got. Because sometimes when people come to us and we tell them that you are going out, where are you going, where is the address, what are you going to do, they think we are asking them too many questions. But we are asking questions for a specific purpose and for your own good. So now that you have come back, you also have your experience.
We managed to talk to some of the beneficiaries, and this is what they had to say.
I'm one of the survivors who survived from Oman. Maybe it's quite a long story, but maybe I'll cut it short. I was being trafficked through Nairobi to Oman. It's very easy to go there, but coming back it isn't easy. I was being helped by the organization Make a Child Smile. That's the organization that helped me come back.
To Oman, that was last year, but things didn't go well. I went with the wrong people. Yeah, because I didn't have enough documents. So I used Busia, that side. I didn't pass the airport, Entebbe airport. So when I reached there, they told me that they are going to give me $400. But when I reached there, they gave me 200. So I wasn't happy with that. They told me that you're going to work as a home teacher. But when I reached there, I was working as a housemaid. They treated me so badly.
Violet Namata, Ezra Sebuliba, NBS Live at 9.